Our primetime matchup, the Tigers of LSU against the Crimson Tide of Alabama.
When former LSU coach Nick Saban took over at Alabama, this longtime rivalry exploded in its intensity.
I gave the game my love, gave it all I had, with everything I got. I always take that back, I put my blood, sweat, and my tears, dedicated for years. I am my brother's keeper, I elevated my peers, made history with victory. It's our turn now, let's go now, can't slow down, oh no now, it's our turn now.
That's what you signed up for. The pride, the tradition that has played here before you is on display tonight. 1, 2, 3,
Everybody's got to be all in this. We got to go seize the moment. Now's the time to go fight the fight.
Here come your fighting Tigers. Here come the Crimson Tide.
If this doesn't get your blood flowing, nothing will. So let's let the blood flow one more time, shall we? The 88th renewal of the Tide and the Tigers. Bryant-Denny Stadium in Tuscaloosa, Alabama is the site. And the Home Depot SEC on CBS brings you a battle of ranked teams as it always seems to be. The matchup. In from Baton Rouge, the Tigers of LSU, ranked number 14, against the 8th-ranked Crimson Tide of Alabama. Always a classic in one of the great rivalries in college football. As you take a look at the standings, in the SEC West, Alabama alone on top. LSU just one game back and hoping to draw even. And there's Ole Miss after a thrilling win today, also at 5-1. Welcome, everybody. I'm Brad Nessler. My partners are Gary Danielson and Jenny Dell. And, you know, we saw those great moments, partner. The great players, great coaches, national championships. And we get to do it again.
I'm ready. Think about this. In the 16 matchups since Nick Saban has returned to college football, this game has reproduced 8 national champions. 6 for Alabama, 2 for LSU. The game's so good, the loser of this game one time was the national championship. I expect the same thing today.
Well, it seems like the West always goes through either Baton Rouge or Bryant-Denny Stadium in Tuscaloosa. That's where we are tonight. When we talked to Nick Saban yesterday, we talked to him about Jaden Daniels, and he just looked at us and said, if there's a better quarterback in the country, I haven't seen him yet.
I think he's right. A year ago, Jaden Daniels solidified his history at LSU. You do that by beating Alabama. They were big underdogs at home, and Jaden Daniels led the comeback late in the game in overtime, and then Brian Kelly goes for 2, and they steal the game from Alabama. They go to the SEC championship.
Alabama giving up 16.5 points a game. It might not be those great Alabama teams that barely give up any points, but they're getting better, and they've got guys at every level.
They do. Their defense seems a little bit more like a Nick Saban defense the way they play. The team has that complementary look at every level. They've got the defensive linemen that we're used to stuffing that run and rushing the quarterback. Defensive ends, edge rushers. Dallas Turner, as good as anybody in the country. And, of course, Nick Saban has those corners. Man-to-man, all game. They'll have their hands full, but this is a good Alabama defense.
Alabama offense hasn't been what it's been over the years. They're only about 30 points a game right now, but we've seen Jalen Milroe in the last month and a half get better and better.
This is what's different about this game. Usually all 4 units are elite. The matchup between Alabama's offense that is getting better, as Brad said, is still in progress. Jalen Milroe is getting better, no doubt about that. Can they take advantage of an LSU defense that is not their normal defense? That guy is their best player. What impact can he make?
Tide rolls in at home. And from Baton Rouge, here come the Tigers. Jenny Dell, third member of our team on the field. Jenny.
Well, for years, the storyline of this matchup has been about Nick Saban and his connection to both programs. But now the tide has turned, and there's a strong connection felt on both sidelines. We're talking about LSU head coach Brian Kelly and Bama offensive coordinator Tommy Rees. Now, Rees was a quarterback under Kelly at Notre Dame before eventually joining his staff as a QB coach and then an OC. Kelly tried to bring him to LSU, but Rees stayed in South Bend for another year before heading to Alabama. Now, Coach Kelly, he knows how competitive Rees is and that he's molding this Alabama offense to fit their personnel. And Rees told us he's trying to take the emotions out of this game since, guys, this is the first time that they are on opposing sidelines.
Rees, the 88th renewal. Alabama leads it. 55 wins for the Tide. Gary talked about last year the overtime in Baton Rouge and the two-point conversion to Mason Taylor that sealed that one for the Tigers. You can just get that feel when these two teams get together and you see the crimson jerseys on one side and the white on the other. You brought up a great point. That's always the way.
It's always the way it is. Yep. The home team LSU likes to wear white. LSU is going to defer.
Good luck, gentlemen.
Now, we talked about all those championships. We haven't even get into all the players that have come through here in this game.
Absolutely.
Over 100 of future NFL great players played in this football game.
16th time they've gotten together as ranked teams since 2007. That says it all. The light show going on at Bryant Denny Stadium. A packed house of over 100,000. And it's a perfect night for football. 63 degrees, clear skies. The triple header of our games today on CBS. What a day of football. And let's cap it off in Tuscaloosa. 55, 27, and 5 through 87 meetings. They've split the last 4. And at one point or another, if you're going to win the West, you either got to go through Baton Rouge or you got to come through Tuscaloosa for the most part. Nick Saban, 17th year here. A national championship at LSU, as Jenny said, and then 6 more in Tuscaloosa. Brian Kelly only in his 2nd year as the head man of the Tigers, but did a fabulous job last year after moving over from Notre Dame to get them the West title and a shot in Atlanta. Both these teams hope to have a shot in Atlanta. Dibert to kick, and here we go. Kendrick Law will watch this one go over his head.